almost immediately. For us here in Nigeria, the implications are both complex and important. As one of Africa's leading crude oil producers, higher global oil prices could mean increased revenue for the government. However, Nigeria still depends heavily on imported refined petroleum products, meaning that rising global prices could also translate into higher fuel costs, increased transportation expenses, and ultimately a higher cost of living for ordinary Nigerians. With the fuel subsidy removal already reshaping Nigeria's economic landscape, many citizens are asking a crucial question. Could the ongoing tensions between the United States and Iran trigger another round of fuel price increases here at home? So today on Let's Talk Nigeria, we examine the possible impact of global geopolitical tensions on oil prices and what it could mean for Nigeria's economy and everyday citizens. We'll be joined all the way from the United Kingdom this morning by a seasoned business analyst, an economist, and one that understands the times and the tides. All the way from the United Kingdom, joining us this morning is Mr. Adeoye Aboderin, and we'll be looking at something very important. It is joining us already. It is great to have Mr. Aboderin join us right now. Hello, good morning, sir. Hello, good morning, sir. If you can hear us, good morning. Okay, I can see him already on screen, and because he's joining us via the internet, it is already good. We're streaming. We are here live, and we're streaming live on Facebook, and our guest is going to be joining us because we'll be looking at this conversation. Want to see how this is going to be helping us. Mr. Ade is going to be helping us to look at this thing, the insights on the global oil market, the potential impact on the US-Iran tensions, and what the situation could mean for Nigeria's economic stability and economic security. And remember, when conversations come up like this, we want to get the very best for Nigeria. Once again, welcome to Let's Talk Nigeria. Okay, and we're looking at this conversation because some already prior to the time is already there in the dailies. We see different conversations where Nigeria is already asking and wondering, where did we ever get it wrong, or what's the reason why we're having a crisis miles or kilometers away from Nigeria, and suddenly it is affecting us. It's affecting our prices of goods, affecting our prices of services, and instantly things are beginning to just skyrocket. And people are wondering, how did we get to this point? Mr. Adeoye Aboderin has joined us all the way from the United Kingdom. Good morning, sir. If you can hear, just wave. Let me see. Let me know that you are hearing us.
I can hear you. Good morning.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Yes, that means you can hear us. And we want to also, Bielsa wants to hear you at this point. We want to hear you and see and know definitely what the best way it can be for us as a country. Firstly, we'd like to ask this question because some persons will say, okay, how did we get to this point? First, let's get to here. How did we get to this state as a country? How does the crisis in Iran and US affects us as a people? Firstly, Mr. Aboderin.
Can you hear me? Good morning. Am I audible? Good morning. How are you today? Hello, hello. I want to be sure I'm audible before we start. Hello, am I audible? Am I audible? Hi. Good morning. Hello. Paul, am I audible? Hello.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I think we are getting some. We'll be looking at some issues from there, but we will go on this. We get to find out what the matter is because we're not hearing you, Mr. Bodden. We're not hearing you. We're only seeing what we're watching you. We're not hearing you. But of course, we're going to fix it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but it's now very low.
Okay, it's very low. Just, my name is Engineer Emmanuel. I'm trying to do the connection so that they can hear you from the studio. So please bear with us.
Okay, okay.
So I can't hear him from here. That is why you guys are not hearing him from the studio. Okay, can you say something, sir? Let me see if I can hear you.
Hello, 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 hello. Can you hear me? Hello,
No,
hello,
I can't
hello.
hear you yet.
Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Where is the one you're shooting from?
Good morning, hello, hello, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Okay, say something, sir.
Hello, 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 hello.
I can hear you now. Okay. So we are taking you back to the studio.
You can hear me now.
I can hear you now. So I'm taking you back to the studio now.
Okay.
Okay. Can you hear me loud and clear? Like clear?
Hello, 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 hello.
I can hear you very
Hello,
well. I want to
hello,
know if you can
hello,
hear me
hello.
very well.
No, yours is still very, very,
Is it okay now?
very, very, yeah, light.
Okay.
It's better.
Without rapid
Yes.
adjustments as refiners respond to a spike in global crude prices. The moment we have Mr. Adoye join us, we're going to be listening to him. I don't know if you can hear us now. Mr. Adoye, good morning.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I think it's coming in fact.
Good
Mr. Adoye,
morning.
can you hear us?
I can hear you. Hello, 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 hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello, Mr. Ade. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Hello, hello. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Can you
Good
hear
morning
me?
to you, sir.
How are you today? Good morning.
We are fine. We are fine.
Okay. Awesome. I'm excited to be here. Thank you so much for having me. Can I continue?
Yes, yes, you can continue, sir.
Okay. Very bad feedback echo sound. Question is that what is happening in the Gulf is affecting us in Nigeria. That's your first question, right? That's the first question. I hope you can still hear me.
We can hear you.
Okay, so let me quickly answer that question. Because the world is one big market, especially when it comes to international trade, we are connected to each other. And when it comes to things like energy, the energy market, or petroleum products, we are one all over the world. Because the consumption rate of the world is total and fixed and is connected. If something happens to one or two of the countries that are the major suppliers of fuel, it will be scarce all over the world, and immediately it's going to affect the pump price in every single country where that commodity is used as a factor of production. Now, because and higher demand in the world based on what's happening in Iran, immediately all of us are going to feel it. And the prices will go up. I dare say 1,250 is just the we probably are going to get to minimum about 2,000, 2,500 naira if we are not careful. Because Iran is a major supplier. So that's why that is going on. If the government and our states independent, aka Dangote refineries, does not do something, and the only way they can do something is government to help them, we are in serious trouble. It will increase, and all of us will feel it. And that's not wishful thinking. That's just the law of cause and effect. That's governance, leadership. There's almost nothing anybody can do about it. The only other scenario where affliction can be cut short is if Iran miraculously and they're able to supply back into the market, which is a far cry from what will happen in reality. So in another 6 to 7 to 8 months, I expect the numbers to go up. And everybody should brace up.
Wow. If you see that everybody should brace up, and it's some persons are quite in the midst, looking at it like it's quite scary and concerned. Because, firstly, Nigeria is a crude oil producing nation, yet Nigerians are often experiencing high fuel prices and everything. And you talked about Dangote in the mix. There's a Dangote, there's the Nigeria government at this time. What can this mix really do to help to remove these issues? Because right now, as of today, we are hearing the prices for PMS has gone to about yesterday was 1,200. For AGO, the diesel, it went to in Yanagua here. Some places you get for 1,920. So what? Firstly, I know some places, because many callers were calling and said, "What? How does it even consign us?" You have explained that aspect, but shed more light on this fact. If there's a crisis like this, is there anything for us to learn or to gain at all, as it stands right now, presently as a country?
Yes, yes. There's some good advantage in what's going on. This is the worst of times. I think it was Shakespeare who said this is the worst of times, it's also the best of times. Let me just make that clear. If you're a rich man, and you have a product or a service that is needed by the whole community, and it's like gold, something very precious, and one needs in it. Even if your family needs that product, selling that product and making extra profit will be your desire as a businessman. Hello, I hope I'm still audible. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Hello?
We can hear you now. We can hear you.
Okay. Okay. So being a businessman that you are, you will not give that product to your family members. You rather help them take care of their needs, help them sort out bills, but you rather sell that product in the market for money. Because the prices will go up, Dangote as a businessman will make more money. So because of that, or even if it was NNPC, the idea would be to make more money first. The domestic consumption of PMS will not be the priority. It will be to make money first and be richer, because he's a businessman who has invested money in putting his refinery together. So there's nothing anybody do about it. Business considerations come first. He's probably got loans he's paying. He's got staff to pay. So that's the consideration. But however, it's also a big opportunity for us. Nigeria and Nigerians need to look at a holistic level, at the micro level, at individual levels. Thank God, anyway, every Nigerian is a local government to himself. We normally provide our power, we provide our electricity in like manner, and we provide our water for ourselves. So in like manner, Nigerians should now look at opportunities to provide power for ourselves with things like solar. Everybody should optimize power. That's at the micro level. You can make it 50% PMS and diesel or whatever you're using, and 50% solar. You must invest in solar technology for a Nigerian in the coming days. It's an imperative and it's a must. Otherwise, you will lose a lot of money. Number two, a time is also coming that this PMS may not be available because the war in Iran is a global issue that will take a while for Iran to start producing again. So it's just that the PMS is not even there. And every single cent, every single liter of PMS would rather be sold across the West African coast rather than supplied locally. Nigeria is a hub. Because Nigeria is a hub. So that's the first part. The second part is there are also biofuels that technologies in China today ready to go. Your waste in your house, the waste in the environment, the waste of the animals, the waste of leaves and fossils, different kind of waste can be used and it can generate power. The other thing is that at the meso level in the middle, community by community, invest together. There's what we call solar tank farms. Organize estate by estate. Go to China. I'm talking about Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, where per capita income and standards of living allows you to live a different kind of life. I think you should go to China. I think we should go to China and invest in solar panels that we can use. And if there's excess, like the law says, we feed it back into the national grid. First bit of the conversation is at very senior levels: government, state government, local government, state government, corporate bodies and entities at the big level should do these tank farms at a very big level. But in terms of transportation, we don't have sufficient number of electrical cars yet in Nigeria. This is where banks and corporate institutions and the guys who sell cars could look into making electrical cars more popular. And all the guys who do electrical work, who do mechanical work, should look at remodeling cars from petrol to hybrid, with the plan that maybe it will be hybrid. It can be done engineering wise, and I've seen beautiful local engineering works with the guys in Lagos, in Ladipo. Ladipo is where you normally do cars in Lagos. I've seen them done right.
Okay, that's Mr. Adeoye, all the way from the UK, is joined us. And if you are watching, we are streaming live right now on Facebook, 97.5 Golden FM on Facebook, and you can watch and get to listen. And he's still there. Mr. Adeoye, the things you were saying, you were talking like the opportunities, and some persons are wondering, oh, that means like we had some callers before this time during the newspaper review say that it's only going to be benefiting the rich, because the poor are the persons that are going to be affected. And we know that the moment something happens, just juxtaposed to the time when His Excellency the President, in his inauguration speech, said that fuel subsidy is removed. While he was still there, instantly the transporters began to increase the transport fare. Those that even had products, those that had even the market women, they were already at the shops. So the moment they just made that, and suddenly everybody just started increasing, they're going to be feeling the brunt. You've talked about these different opportunities for us as Nigerians, but now, what role do you think that Dangote? Because the other day, I think 2 days ago, we saw where truckers were already at the Dangote refinery, but he refused. They did not load up the trucks. They said they should just hold on a bit. I'm sure he's just trying to play out to see who benefits from this thing. Can the Nigerian government now go back to that? Okay. Can the Nigerian government go back to the point of that crude for Naira, so that at least Dangote can help us release this product? When Dangote came on board, the price of diesel went very low. It came down, but now it's skyrocketing. What are the things that Dangote can do to stabilize this fuel price and everything for us? Please, let's know from your own angle.
Yes. The government can support him to do that for us in the market. I agree, but we need the help of the government. The government will have to help Nigerians to actually stem that tide by getting the good Malam or Alhaji Aliko Ali Dangote to bring down the price of fuel. But that means we are going back to the subsidy regime. I don't know how that's going to happen. And I don't know what is the P&L implication. Remember, there's a whole lot of racketeering inter and intra value chain with the subsidy thingy. So those are the complex conversations, and say, shouldn't we still have our refineries? And why are our refineries not processing? Why do we have crude in the ground and we cannot refine? There are no gods or spirits that is affecting us from refining. The other thing is that we need to license more refineries, miners. We can't have a monopoly in the Nigerian market. It's an anathema for the size and the sheer scale of our dependence on crude, on PMS. We are an economy that runs today majorly on fuel. We cannot continue to have only one player. No, it's not possible. The 36 states of the Federation, all the government parastatals, all the individual companies, What are we doing? Who has bewitched us? I don't want to get scripture about, oh, you foolish Galatians, who has bewitched you? Having started in the spirit, now you are ending in the flesh. My own paraphrasing, oh, you foolish ex people. I'm not saying Nigerians, I'm just saying, oh, you foolish, who has bewitched you? Having this volume of natural resources, and now you are ending with nothing. I don't understand. So, what's the bigger point? State by state, and by the way, governors should not ignore and think federal government will solve this problem. I think the state governors need to get involved. We should have at least one opportunity for mining or getting PMS at the best case per state, at the minimum, in the minimum case, one per geopolitical zone. We should have one organization or one person who is licensed by geopolitical zone to start the process, to at least have their own refineries in the mid to longer term. This is absolutely important for Nigeria. I mean, that's my thoughts about that, sir.
Oh, interesting. Okay. With what you have just said, you talked about the mix. It has to do with the government coming to the aid of Dangote and wanting to see how that can be done. Now, let's look at it in this other light. We've seen that in recent times. There've been some clamping down of some local refineries. What, like if we're here in the Niger Delta, they call them fire. The refineries and some other things. Just been clamping, they've been clamping down, and so that these guys should not continue these things. Do you think it's high time where you have said that more acceptance should be given to them, like receipts, so that we'll have more refineries all across the states? Do you see Nigeria ready for that now, or it will be as though the government is going to be looking at, let's just hold on first? That's one. Then two, what immediate steps should the government take to cushion the citizens if global prices continue to rise significantly? Because these prices, this is where we said it's here. Who knows what will happen in the next 5 days? Though, as at the news today, President Trump said that the war might calm down. He said might cease very soon, but we don't know when soon is, how long President Trump soon might be. But what can the government do to cushion the effect of, to just help the citizens for the time being while the prices are going high?
Even if the war goes down, Iran will not go to production capacity tomorrow morning. Iran is not going to production capacity tomorrow morning. Iran will go to production capacity and supply the world market so that we feel the effect at the pump when you're paying. I think it will be not months at the earliest, if not much more later. Iran is, if Iran is not number one, Iran is number 2 or 3 supplier in the world. That's big. It's demand and supply. The fuel is not just there. So it's not anybody's fault. Look, it's the fault of those who started the war. I mean, don't let me go down that rabbit hole. But our government owes it to us to sit down with Alhaji Ali Dangote and go into negotiation. What will happen at the pump for Nigerians from Broad Street to Benin, from Fadeyi, Lagos to Funtua? What's going to happen? What's going to happen to our people? Somebody must sit down in between the minister of the senior governor, the economic committee, the minister of economic, the minister of the economy, trade and investment. All of these guys should sit down with Alhaji Dangote and bring forth practicable solutions. What will happen in first of all 1 month, scenario planning 6 months, 12 months, a a year, 6 months? Yes. God forbid this continues. The other thing is that the state governors should be involved in their own state conversations.
Okay.
State governors should sit with their own cabinets, because in Zulu, Niger State, they don't know Abuja. They know their governor. In Sokoto, downtown area, at the Sabo in Sokoto, they know the Emir's Palace, they know the state governor's place. What's going to happen? So what's my point? The people we have elected need to know that this is a serious problem and sit down. They should not now play ostrich. Say, oh, we don't know who's going to get this back. No, yes, it will. And thank you for highlighting this. God forbid, if we don't sit down and prepare with scenario planning, we are in some of trouble. Hello? Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. With these things you said, let's just open the phone lines first. Let's see if the listeners have been following and find out the best way to get to respond to us. The phone numbers are open right now: 0707 747 1522. That is 0707 747 1522 or 091 20001975. We've got the first caller. Hello, good morning. Good morning to you.
Well, I remember from Primary Constituency 1, Bama Constituency. Yeah, because I'm just coming to, I was listening to news. I'm just going to say, what?
Okay, just end the call first, then we'll let you know.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we still have another caller. Yes. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Ambassador. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
We could not hear what you were saying. It wasn't audible at all.
Really? Okay.
Yes, we could not hear him.
Okay, we got a fix right now. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, with that, we're going to be doing something because we want to ensure that everything that we said, or everything that Mr. Adayo is saying, is going to be getting across to us, because we need to hear him directly, and that will be very, very important for us to get to achieve. We'll achieve that very, very importantly. Okay, there's a call. They said we're not hearing you. I think we're going to be let's work on that now. Let's see if it's possible. Hello, sir.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Okay. Apologies to our viewers. Sorry about that. So what's the question?
Okay, I think let's run through everything from the beginning, if it's possible, because they're saying that they want to hear all of the different things you said. We talked about the impact of the war. What's the reason for this? What's the reason why we're having this thing right now? And some persons have said it's Iran. That's Iran. How does it affect us? So explain to everyone one more time. What's the reason why we're having these issues? The prices. What does the US-Iran war have to do with the global prices of fuel? And what can the government, on the government angle, the Dangote angle, the people's angle, what can we do on the micro economic angle?
Yes. Number one, global markets and the loss of demand and supply, please. It is demand and supply. Iran is one of the major suppliers of PMS and the world. Then there there is a very huge problem in how much supply we have. Anytime there is less supply and there's a lot of money chasing less PMS, prices will go up. If you have need for this tissue paper now, for example, and there's only 10 available and 100 people are looking for it, what would the seller do? Instead of the seller selling it for 10 naira, for example, let's say maybe that's a price, the seller can start selling it now for 20, for 25, because they are for the tissue paper, therefore the price of it. Well, that's what's going on. Yeah, that is one of the major suppliers of PMS. There's nothing we can do about it. There will be scarcity, and it's just started. I think. Hello. Oh, audio.
We can hear. No, we can hear you. We can hear you. We can hear you. We can hear you from here. Don't worry. We can hear you from here.
Connecting. Apologies.
No problem. I think from here we can hear you. We can still hear you.
It's bad.
Okay, we can hear you.
It's bad. We are looking for tissue paper. The meaning, because only 10 is available. So the meaning of that is that there will be astronomical increase. And I say that to say this increase is not going away in 6 months or in 1 year. It will be about 3 months at the minimum. That's if Iran even ever recovers quickly again to supply into the market.
Did you say 18 months?
It might get to 18 months.
Whoa.
Or even more. It's war. A lot of things, they're bombing the place. The infrastructure has been destroyed. Who knows whether their refineries have been bombed now? We don't know. And the country will focus on healing and recovery.
Yeah.
That's if they ever recover. As Iraq used to be a global supplier, have they recovered?
No, they've not.
How much are they supplying now into the global market? I don't think they've recovered. I don't think I don't think they are supplying yet. They can't supply yet. What's going to happen is that whoever the world power is, aka America, may even start piping the thing to their bases, and that's all. That's what's going to happen. So this may not go away, and the prices will probably go up in another few days.
So what do you think the government can do? Because let's get to the government and Dangote, because Dangote came into the fore when he started the refinery and everything. He came and the price for diesel, AGO, went down, and everybody were like, okay, that was good, it was a good thing. But now, as of yesterday, this is Yenegua. As of yesterday, the price for AGO went up at 1,920. Lagos is could be because the PMS, the pump price is 1,200. When you have these things happening, what can the government do? Because we have the crude here, then we don't have the refineries in the south that we are into. Also, we used to have those the local refineries, those what they call illegal at the time. They call it pay fire. Those guys are just doing all the things, but they've been clamped down. What can we do? What can the government do right now? Government angle, then also Nigerians angle. What can we do?
We cannot have that there will be no fallback based on the Iran war. It's not true. Embracing risk to exploit it may be what we need to look at. These are the worst of times. Shakespeare said, but it's also the best of times. We have opportunity within our country to also get rich. Dangote's refining capacity can be increased.
Okay.
The government can literally help him to set up mini refineries across the geopolitical zones. Because Dangote has a business need to make sufficient money to cover its overhead as soon as possible and pay his staff, and it's expensive to do what he's done. It's the biggest refinery in Africa. If I get it, I spend some money to do that.
Yeah.
He also needs to supply across the West African coasts.
Okay.
He needs to supply across the West African coasts. So the government can help him to create speed, because we have crude oil in the ground. The speed of refining can have what you call shadow. distribution point wide. To have single source, we cannot continue to have single source of failure as a country.
Okay.
We need to have other players within that market. And the government may also look at importing in the short to mid-term. I'm talking about augmenting with serious imports. Today they are importing, from what I gather, but they may need to do more, so as to bear the deficits. The other thing is that because it's Dangote alone, the government may have to revisit the subsidy regime thing. But now with negotiating with Dangote alone as the source,
wow,
and not negotiating with the independent marketers and all of those things.
Yeah.
The other thing is that state governors cannot sit aloof, because people don't know federal government within the states. So the CBN governor, the Minister of Trade and Investment, Minister of Mining, Minister of Petroleum, all how to cost us over the next 6 months, over the next 8 months, 1 year, and do scenario planning. Where do we get the money to fund this deficit for our people? And state governors should be very strong in that conversation. They can't sit in their state capital because permit my use of English, the SHIT is landing on their laps. Prices are about to double and triple all over the world. In Africa, we may get to ×4 or ×5. God Almighty forbid. Standard of living is about to skyrocket. The other solution is that individuals, communities, and the government, micro, meso in the middle, and macro, and super macro, if or what you call giga, whatever you want to domain, you want to put as the title of the big bodies.
Yeah.
We need to look at alternative solutions. There is solar. You probably want to have your production capacity, your power consumption capacity and dependent on PMS if it's domestic use or use at your factory. 50% of my fuel will be by solar, remaining 50% will be by PMS. And you can even do better by making it 70% or 80%. That's also good for carbon footprint anyway. But for cars and movement, we are still majorly a PMS car automobile economy.
True.
That one is opportunity for car manufacturers to think about the time is now right for us to go fully electrical or green. And there's also
you were saying that car manufacturers, you know that for now, even manufacturers are going to be using diesel. That's going to be a lot of things, because it's for those that are in production right now. It is serious. They're crying out. So let me give you an example.
There's no other way. They have to go to China to go look for other alternatives. Biofuels, fossil fuel, and there's fuel that can use wind, the wind farms. There's the solar type and the bio types, and there are other types. There's also the one that use water and heat, the thermal stations, mini thermal stations.
Yeah.
But people need to invest as individuals and communities in alternative sources of power, so that they can at least begin to have or cut out their budget. This is not a negotiable point. It must be done. Otherwise, you would lose a lot of financial capacity.
Okay. Just kindly hold on. Let's just take 1 or 2 calls because we're really sorry. I had to do the technical issue, but let people call us 0707 747 1522 or 09120001975. Let's get the calls. Let's get here. Hello, good morning.
Hello, morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
My name is Evans. I'm calling from Swally.
Evans, please go ahead.
Yes, and I greet your guest on the line. Morning, sir. I'm greeting from Nigeria. Yes, sir. I want to say something. See, for what is happening right now, I don't think that Nigeria should be suffering or going through the thing that is the war in Iraq or America is bringing up. You understand? Because God has really blessed us. We have the food here. You understand? And if the leaders had put their house and in order before this time, if all the money that they did your NNPC has squandered, if they had used that money to keep the family in place, and now at least would have been so high, you understand? And as the crude oil is going high in the international market, we too will be happy here with making money. We won't be complaining. But for the same time now, I think that what they get on that is saying that he's talking about China and the other thing. That was a long time project. We need something right now because we have to do something fast. The prices are going up, you understand, and everything is in the side right now. So what I think is that government should meet Dangote and talk to Dangote in that way they can bring down the amount that we want to give to him on crude oil. Let him refine the crude oil and give to us at a lesser price. Because without that, if we should design those who will bring in crude oil for us and bring oil for us from the international market, it will disturb us. So let us get a way to talk to Dangote. If they say we can give him crude oil and do what? Bring the price down so that he refine and sell to us at a lesser price. I think that for the meantime, that will really help us before we can think of a long-term project. Thank you, sir. God bless you.
Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Your name, where are you calling us from?
Yeah, I'm Jim K. calling from Igbogen.
Okay, Jim K. Please go ahead.
Yeah. What we are seeing, the sufferings of the masses, what we are going through in Nigeria is, I can say, is the misadministration, maladministration that is going on in the country. We have refineries, the budgeted money to repair the refinery, Port Harcourt refinery, Warri refinery, and Kaduna. Where are the monies? What did they do about those refineries? This is just corruption. And the corruption of the airlines are not punishing the masses of the country. Why can the masses be suffering what this misgovernance is given to us? It's painful.
It's well.
Very painful.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that. We have messages from Facebook. I say the question now is, what will happen to our economies? That is coming from Promise Maxon from Facebook. Then we have Dr. Mrs. Ma Olebari from Uweri. It says, sad that an oil-producing country like Nigeria is depending on foreign country for crude. Sad that Nigerians are buying fuel, kerosene, diesel, and cooking gas at very exorbitant prices, more than countries without oil. Is it not sign of a failure of the government? Why does this government take delight in seeing its citizens suffer? With all the trillions borrowed, our refiners are still lying moribund. When are we going to have new lease of life in this country? It's been suffering to fear. Well, that's another dimension there. Okay, hello. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, I'm calling from Sebangia. My name is Owe.
Owe, good morning, Owe.
You see, I don't want to ask questions. What is NLC, Central Gang, Trade Union Congress? Can they sit with government and find solutions? How this crude will be probably be sold to Dangote for us to get cheaper price of petroleum prices. They are now sitting there drinking tea, whatever. It is done when the private man company now they want to interfere. These things not supposed to affect us the way it's affecting us. I believe in the country that is in war, the price is not as high as what we are facing here. So what is the labor people are doing? What are they? Where are they? I challenge them. They should come and answer questions.
Okay.
Get the government seated and find solutions to this problem. Sell the crude oil to Dangote in naira, importing in naira. You know not our crude oil in naira, so that by this period things will be better for Nigerians. My brother, people are suffering.
Yes, well.
Things have improved.
Thank you.
Things have improved.
Thank you,
everything.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Owe. Thank you. Hello, good morning. Final call for now. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning, sir.
It's Tony calling from Monopa.
Tony, good morning.
Yes, good morning, my brother. I want to talk about my own about this fuel high. It's not that our state government supposed to help the masses of Nigeria. I know that this allocation of this food is not going to high, but the crude oil prices are high. So now, all these sources of motor, where government say them buy to help us, why is the motor? Why can't they do those motor to help us? To make all this expense of anywhere you drop in Bayelsa, 200 naira, 300 naira to less. Let me help like you know everything we call about federal government. What the state government? Let's do what are they doing for the masses of their state? Federal government no go to Abuja, no what will happen for Bayelsa state. See motor there they buy for us in our subsidy motor. We're not saying that motor today. So let the motor come out for now and see help the budget of Nigeria. Don't know if it's a federal government. Central government are there, local government are there. What is their own allocation every month? This month allocation go to come. Either go to this up to 10 trillion or 11 trillion. So share the money. So let us give the compare to our problem, to our state governors. That's it, they need to help us.
Thank you.
The matches. That's their cooperation.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you. Hello, good morning. Good morning to you.
This is Tama from Akutama.
Tama from good morning.
I don't have much to say, but I want to say something. That the Nigerian government, immediately when President Tinubu came on board, he said subsidy is gone.
Yes.
Now we are not seeing the subsidy money. So now, since the price of good is skyrocketing, he should subsidize the price of food from Dangote and Nigeria so that he should ease the body from Nigeria, because you cannot tell me that subsidy is gone and now we are. Look at the set of people that our indigenous, our cities is collecting money from. So,
sorry for that. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Golden FM.
Good morning. 30 seconds, please. Help me.
Yes, 30 seconds. Still, we have lost almost about 10 minutes of our studio time because of
just continue. Just continue.
It's all right.
Yes,
it's all right.
please. Sorry about that, please.
You see, talking about the issue on ground, you see, we as a nation, we are not proactive enough. You see, we are lucky to have one of the largest refineries in the world, and of course, the biggest in Africa. We have this food. So, if we are proactive enough, this particular war that is going on that is affecting fuel price globally, it should have had no or little effect on us. It's because of our proactiveness towards this very issue. You see, let's feed Dangote with food, and this issue will be solved. Thank you and good morning.
Thank you. That's apparent. Thank you. The lines are buzzing, but we can't go further. If you send your message on WhatsApp or send to the Facebook, we'll read it for you, of course. We'll still get to continue the conversation because I know that we can. And we're very sorry. Please, we truly apologize for the first 10 or 15 or 20 minutes of that we were hearing, and some of you were not hearing. It was a technical issue, but we had that resolved. Mr. Adea Bordering, what will be your final thought? I know they're in the UK, but what will be your final thoughts for us here in the next 1 minute, if it's possible, please, sir?
Everybody should brace up and do risk analysis and get ready. Risk analysis, get ready. Governments, state governors, everybody should brace up and get ready. Except the government does something very creative, we're in for some price hike on the streets.
Wow. We want to, at this point, I want to say thank you so much, Mr. Adea Bordering. He is a business analyst, very compassionate Nigerian, all the way from the United Kingdom, joining us this morning on Golden 97.5 FM. Of course, Let's Talk Nigeria. Thank you, sir, and enjoy the rest of your day. We're always grateful that you can join us at every given time. Mbana, sir, now we greet you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Whoa. Yeah, that so far so good. That's much we can take. I know that it's a very serious matter. We're monitoring, we're still following up to see what happens, but we'll still continue with the rest of the programming. My name is Paul Oblongbasa. Remember, like we normally say here on the show, Nigeria will be by Nigerians, Bielsa will be by Bielsas. Let's work together proactively to make our country, our nation a better place. Thank you. And of course, top of the hour, we'll be coming up with the news.
Want to grow your business fast? Golden 97.5 FM has got the perfect solution for you. You can locate our radio house at Mike Opopo Street, Bansha, Yenagua, Bielsa States. Whether it's your business, music, event, or special promo, Golden FM has got you covered. So hurry now and let's put your brand in the spotlight.
News updates at 10 on Golden FM.
Good morning and thanks for joining us on the news updates at 10 o'clock. My name is Cynthia Okolabi. President Bola Tinubu has assured Nigeria